The proceedings in the court was quite interesting. It looked more like a negotiation between two parties, with the Supreme Court trying to play the role of the mediator, asking Centre whether you can give this, when asking the state of Kerala, why don't you take this now and wait for the next round? The state says no. We are eligible for like 57,000 crore a loan, and the centre is putting conditions, they're putting caps, they are bringing in earlier commitments, earlier debts into place, etc. So,
bringing earlier debt into play is because it was extra budgetary. You are not allowed to do it. And that was not a treatment offered only to Kerala. There were other states which also did similar things, which were pulled up by the CAG, and the treatment that we have provided for Kerala in correcting the course is exactly the treatment offered for other states as well, who are similarly placed. So, there is no choking. Well, if I will take this opportunity, I will certainly say the left government does not probably know how better to handle their own resources. Their fiscal management is something which they may want to introspect on. Fiscal management is something which the government will have to introspect on. I have also heard, oh, the central government's borrowings are going up, so how can they accuse us? I can stand up anywhere and say that if the central government has borrowed, it is borrowed to give states and also to spend from its account on creating assets, which in turn will help you create jobs, which in turn will bring you revenues. We have not borrowed to spend on revenue heads. There is a tangible difference between this and that. And even borrowed money was given for states to build their capital assets, 50-year interest free. That is not a burden on the states, it is a burden on me, because that is borrowed money I am giving, I will pay back. I am not asking you to pay back, but I am encouraging you to take that money as interest free 50-year loan, which after 50 years you know what worth it will be, but in the meanwhile spend on creating assets. Build a bridge, build a dam, build your secretariat, or build roads, or build your port, or enhance capacity in something. Thereby it will go towards creating jobs and bringing value addition. So, all borrowings are not comparable. You borrow for, I do not know for what, and then keep it outside of budget. So, assembly does not approve it, it is happening outside. Is that right? But the repayment will have to be done by the state's finances. Is that right? When a company under the government, state government, borrows money, it borrows on its income sources, and that borrowing will be paid back by that company. If after that borrowing, the state government will have to pay that money back, was the original approval taken from the assembly to borrow? No. That is where the difference lies.
For the benefit of the viewers, you were referring to the Kiffb and the Masala bond, right?
Kiffb.
Kiffb.